Okay, so you might actually be wondering, like, how does plastic affect the animals that live in the ocean? So let's see, I've brought some things along here to explain some of the ways that I know about how it affects these animals. So one would just be something called entanglement, which is where an animal will get like caught up in a piece of plastic. So plastic is actually really strong. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. It's one of the reasons why we use it for a lot of stuff. And it lasts a long time. And so plastic that gets into the ocean, like it's gonna be there for a really, really long time. And sometimes animals will they'll get like something caught in it, or maybe it even will get like wrapped, like around their neck or something. And sometimes it's just like, it's kind of stuck on them and it just slows them down. So like, unlike us where we just can get food from the grocery store, they actually have to, a lot of animals have to hunt for their food. And just being that much slower, it makes it hard for them to hunt or get their food or to get away, like if something else is hunting them. And you get like these kinds of plastic too, or the kinds that would be around like soda cans or pop cans. And they can get stuck around like the head or a fin or something of an animal. And it might not seem like that big of a deal, but if it's a young animal, then as the animal keeps growing, the plastic doesn't get bigger. It just stays the side, and so it can actually like cut into their neck or their arms or whatever. You also have like maybe like a plastic bag or something like this. So like sea turtles really like to eat these because they look like jellyfish or sea jellies, however you want to call them. And like if you imagine this is kind of like where the food goes in, like the esophagus, so the tube that goes to your stomach. Like if a sea turtle would like eat this, it goes in, but because it's kind of fluffy, like it actually can just get like stuck. It just gets stuck in there and you can't get it to go down. And so once it gets stuck in there, then no more food can get into that sea turtle, and then it can't, it's just hungry. Like it can't get the food that it needs. Something else that happens is like an animal might, like this is really, really tough plastic, and it's got a sharp edge to it, right? And so even if like a tough animal, like a shark or something, eats it, because sharks will eat a lot of stuff, and it gets in their body, it can poke, it can like cut or hurt their insides, just like if we were to eat something like that, it would do the same to us. You also have like plastics like this. This one's a really old one. You can tell it's kind of brittle, and it's just because plastic lasts a long time doesn't mean that it can't like break into pieces. And so plastic this is really easy to break apart into smaller pieces. And I don't have an example here, but plastic can break down into something that is so small it almost looks like confetti, or like colored sand. And those, if the animal swallows that microplastic, it gets into their body, all through their body. And that can can cause a lot of problems inside of the animal.